Good morning, students of class 10. You are welcome back to the classes now. We are doing history, nationalist movement in Indochina. Nationalist movement in Indochina. Today's date is 20th of May 2021. So now we have reached 1.2. Why the French thought colonies necessary. Why they thought colonies are necessary. Let's see their ideas. There are altogether 7 points I've written over here. And we'll go one by one and listen carefully. Number one, French thought and considered colonies essential to supply raw materials, natural resources and other essential goods. So they thought that colonies are necessary to supply raw materials, natural resources and other various type of goods to their parents' country, that is France. So now number two, like other Western nations, French also thought that it was their mission to civilize the people around the world. So it is their mission of the advanced European countries. They thought that European countries are advanced, they are civilized, and other people around the world, they are primitive, they are ancient. So they don't know anything. It is our mission to civilize them, they thought, like other countries, to bring the benefit of civilization to the backward people. They considered that Asian countries, African countries are backwards. It is their mission to civilize them. They also thought this way. So now, number three, French began by building canals and draining lands. Draining means construction of irrigation networks. So they started by building canals and draining lands in the Mekong Delta. Mekong is a very big river in Vietnam. So Mekong Delta, to increase cultivation so that more cultivation could be done, and that this area is suitable for growing rice. So they wanted to grow rice and export and earn profit. So that's why number four, the irrigation work, the construction of canals. Irrigation work, canals were built mainly with forced labor. The people were forced to work there. It was constructed by employing the people forcefully, forced labor to increase rice production and to export rice in the international market, so that the rice could be sold in European countries and earn profit by the French colonizers. So, but the people had to work there, and they were forced to do the work. So, number five, Vietnam exported 2/3 of its rice. Rice production increased, and they exported 2/3 of the rice production. Out of three, 2 parts were exported. So 2/3 of its rice production was exported, and by 1931, Vietnam became the largest exporter of rice in the world. So you can see that how much development in the agriculture sector the French have done. So by forced labor. So the people were not willing, but they were forced to work in the rice field, construction of irrigation networks, earthworks, draining and cultivation. So they became, by the 1931, they became the largest exporter of rice in the world. So you can see that. Number six, this was followed by, after cultivation, after exporting such a huge amount of rice, another project was started. This was followed by infrastructure project. Infrastructure project means by building roads, to build roads and railway networks. Infrastructure projects like construction of roads, construction of railway networks. Why? To move the military garrison, to move the military as well as to control the entire region. Why they started building road and railway networks? To move the rice from interior land to the seaports, as well as to move the military. Not only that, to control the whole area, they started infrastructure projects. Next, number 7, construction of Indo-China railway networks. Indo-China railway networks from that would link North Vietnam to South Vietnam. Trans-Vietnam railway network. From north to south, they have constructed railway networks. Southern part of Vietnam, from North Vietnam to southern part of Vietnam, they have constructed roads and railway networks. It was completed. It was completed. It was completed by 1910. Construction of railway networks from North Vietnam to South Vietnam was completed by 1910. In this way, they could control the entire region. It would be very easy for them to transport the rice produced in the field to the ports, as well as to move the military. More lines were laid, more railway networks were constructed to connect Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, Thailand. More lines, railway lines were laid to link Thailand and Phnom Penh. Phnom Penh was the capital of Cambodia, to link that. So in this way, French, they started developing there, and they thought that colonization, colonies are very necessary for them to supply raw materials, finished products, as well as to control the region and to provide raw materials, natural resources, etc. And they also thought that it is their mission to civilize the people of the colonies. So in this way, colonies are necessary, they thought and considered. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching the video. In our next class, we will talk about should colonies be developed. So in our next class, we'll talk about that. Should these colonies be developed, or it should be left like that? So let us talk about that in our next class 1.3. 1.2 are finished. In our next class, we'll talk about 1.3, should colonies be developed. So that will be the next class. Till then, you go through the book as well as go through the subtitle and do the reading also. And whatever materials are provided, you go through it, learn, practice at home. Don't waste your time. Use your time wisely. So thank you very much for watching. We'll meet in the next class.